The vast emptiness of space stretched endlessly before the scout ship Star Wanderer. Tom Adams sat in his pilot's chair, his eyes heavy from the monotonous task of scanning the darkness. His small ship, designed for solo exploration missions, had been traveling the outer rim for 3 weeks. The ship's computer suddenly chimed, breaking the silence. "Unknown vessel detected," the AI announced in its neutral tone. "Appears to be damaged and drifting." Tom straightened in his chair, fatigue forgotten. Through the main viewport, he could see it now, a dark shape against the star-filled background. The vessel was unlike anything he'd seen before, its hull made of a material that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. "Analysis?" Tom asked, leaning forward. "Ship design unknown. No match in database. No active power signatures detected. Warning: safety protocols recommend avoiding contact with unknown vessels without backup." Tom rubbed his chin, considering his options. Protocol said he should call it in and wait for a proper research team. But something about the vessel pulled at him. Maybe it was the months of lonely space travel, or maybe it was simple human curiosity. "Prepare docking procedures," he ordered. "Warning: action violates standard first contact protocols." The AI responded. "Noted. Proceed anyway." The Star Wanderer moved carefully alongside the alien ship. Up close, Tom could see the damage. A massive tear along one side, as if something had ripped through the hull from the inside. After docking, Tom pulled on his spacesuit and checked his equipment. Standard gear, lights, basic tools, and a small defensive blaster. Not that he'd ever needed to use it before. The airlock cycled, and Tom pushed himself through the connection tunnel. His helmet lights illuminated the dark interior of the alien vessel. The architecture was strange, all curves and organic-looking shapes, unlike the practical, angular designs of human ships. As he floated deeper into the ship, his light caught something that made him freeze. Claw marks. Deep gouges in the metal walls, each slash longer than his arm. Are you getting this?" Tom whispered. "Affirmative. Analysis suggests marks made by creature of significant size and strength. Recommend immediate retreat." But before Tom could respond, he heard it. A sound somewhere between a growl and a hiss, echoing through the ship's corridors. Following the sound, Tom found himself in what appeared to be the ship's main chamber. His light beams swept across the room and stopped on a form that made his blood run cold. There, curled in a corner, was a creature straight out of humanity's darkest nightmares. It was massive, easily twice his size, with pitch-black scales that seemed to drink in his light. Rows of spikes ran down its back, and its claws, the ones that had left those marks, could have torn through his suit like paper. Tom recognized it from briefings. A Shadowhunter, the galaxy's apex predator. A species so lethal that entire solar systems were abandoned at mere rumors of their presence. But something was wrong. The creature was breathing heavily, and Tom could see a wound in its side. Something had hurt it, badly. As his light hit its face, the Shadowhunter's eyes opened. They were a startling amber color, filled with an intelligence that took Tom by surprise. The creature made no move to attack. Instead, it watched him with what seemed like curiosity. Tom whispered, "Are you seeing this?" "Affirmative. Subject is a Class A dangerous predator. Survival probability decreasing rapidly. Immediate evacuation recommended." But Tom didn't move. The creature's eyes held him in place. There was pain there, yes, but also something else. Something that challenged everything he'd been taught about these beings. The Shadowhunter shifted slightly, revealing more of its wound. It made a soft sound, not threatening, but almost pleading. In that moment, Tom made a decision that would change the course of human-alien relations forever. Instead of retreating, he slowly reached for his medical kit. "Prepare the medical bay," he said quietly. "We're about to have a guest." Warning: action violates multiple protocols and safety guidelines. "Sometimes," Tom replied, taking a careful step toward the injured creature. We have to trust our instincts over our protocols. The shadow hunter watched him approach, its amber eyes following his every move. And in those eyes, Tom saw something that no human had ever seen before in this feared species: trust. Getting an injured shadow hunter onto a human scout ship was no easy task. Tom's muscles strained as he helped guide the massive creature through the docking tunnel. The ship's AI continued its stream of warnings, each ignored with growing determination. Warning: containment protocols require dangerous species to be sedated and restrained. The AI insisted as Tom guided the shadow hunter into the medical bay. "Look at it," Tom replied, gesturing to the creature that was carefully following his directions, moving with deliberate slowness despite its obvious pain. "Does this look like the mindless killer from our briefings?" A shadow hunter settled onto the reinforced medical bed, its weight making the metal groan. Under the bright lights of the medical bay, Tom could better see the extent of its injuries. A deep gash ran along its side. The scales around it burned and melted, as if by some kind of energy weapon. "Beginning medical scan," the AI announced. "Warning: database contains no information on Shadowhunter physiology. Treatment may be ineffective or harmful." Tom approached a supply cabinet, aware of the creature's eyes following his every move. "We'll start with the basics then. Clean the wound, stop any bleeding, prevent infection. Some things are universal." As he turned back with medical supplies, he found himself face to face with the shadow hunter. This close, he could see complex patterns in its scales, swirling designs that seemed to shift in the light. Its amber eyes studied him with an intelligence that made him question everything he'd been taught about these creatures. "I'm going to help you," Tom said slowly, holding up the medical supplies. "This might hurt a bit." The creature made a low rumbling sound but remained still as Tom began cleaning the wound. Its scales were warm to the touch, and he could feel powerful muscles tensing beneath them. "Ship's log, day 89. Tom spoke as he worked. "I've discovered that everything we know about Shadowhunters might be wrong. This creature shows clear signs of intelligence and restraint. It understands my intentions and is cooperating with treatment." As if to prove his point, the Shadowhunter shifted slightly to give him better access to the wound, moving with careful precision to avoid startling him. "Warning," the AI chimed in. "Incoming transmission from Central Command. They're requesting a routine status update." Tom froze. If Command found out about this, they'd order him to abandon the creature or worse, try to capture it for study. He looked at the Shadowhunter, seeing his own concern reflected in those intelligent eyes. "Delay the transmission," he decided. "Tell them we're experiencing communication difficulties due to solar interference. This action violates multiple regulations. Add it to the list," Tom muttered, returning to his work. As he applied healing gel to the wound, the Shadowhunter made a sound, different from before, almost like a purr. The tension in its muscles eased slightly. "You understand everything I'm saying, don't you?" Tom asked, looking into those amber eyes. The creature blinked slowly and deliberately. Then, to Tom's amazement, it raised one massive clawed hand and tapped it twice against the medical bed. "2 taps for yes," Tom asked excitedly. 2 more taps confirmed his guess. 1 tap for no. A single tap responded. Tom's heart raced. This was unprecedented. Not only was the creature intelligent, but it could communicate. It understood human language and could respond in a logical way. "Were you attacked?" 2 taps. "Are you being hunted?" 2 more taps, followed by a low growl. The implications were staggering. This wasn't just a random injured creature. It was a refugee, fleeing from something or someone. "Additional warning," the AI interrupted. "Ship's sensors detect unusual energy signatures from the abandoned vessel. Recommend immediate departure from the area." The Shadowhunter's head snapped up, its spikes bristling. A deep, resonant growl filled the medical bay. "They're coming, aren't they?" Tom asked. 2 urgent taps answered him. Tom looked at his patient, at the fear and determination in those alien eyes, and made his decision. AI, prepare for emergency jump. We're getting out of here. As the ship's engines hummed to life, Tom realized he had just become either humanity's biggest fool or its greatest pioneer. Either way, there was no turning back now. The Shadowhunter watched him intently as he rushed to the bridge, its amber eyes holding a mixture of gratitude and concern. Whatever was hunting it would now be hunting them both. 3 days had passed since Tom's rescue of the Shadowhunter. The creature's wound was healing remarkably fast, and they had developed a simple but effective communication system. Tom sat cross-legged on the floor of the cargo bay, which had been converted into a makeshift living space for his unusual passenger. So, 2 taps for yes, 1 for no, and 3 taps for I don't know or it's complicated. Tom reviewed, watching as the Shadowhunter nodded its massive head. Let's try something new today. He placed a datapad on the floor between them. On it, he had drawn a simple grid of letters and numbers. The Shadowhunter studied it with those intelligent amber eyes, then reached out with one careful claw and tapped letters. H-U-T-E-A-R. Hunter, is that what you want me to call you? Tom asked, excitement building in his chest. 2 taps against the floor confirmed it. You can spell, Tom breathed, amazed. You've been studying our language all this time, haven't you? Hunter tapped twice, then spelled out, WATCHEDYOULLONGTIME. Tom's eyes widened. Your species has been observing us. 2 more taps, followed by PROTECT. Protect. You protect us. But all our records show your species attacking and destroying. Hunter's spikes bristled, and a low rumble filled the cargo bay. The creature quickly spelled out, NOTUSTAHEYLIE. The ship's AI interrupted. Warning. Approaching vessel detected. Signature matches pursuers from 3 days ago. Hunter's head snapped up, spikes extending fully. But instead of showing aggression, the creature spelled out urgently, MUSTAIDE. They're after you specifically, aren't they? Tom asked, moving to the ship's controls. What did they do to you? Hunter's claws moved quickly across the letters. TESTSWEAPONNSESCAPED. Tom's blood ran cold. They're trying to turn your species into weapons. 2 quick, urgent taps. But why? Your kind is already considered the most dangerous in the galaxy. Hunter's response was longer this time. NOTKILERSWEGUARDPOTECTFOODMREALTEREA. The implications hit Tom like a physical blow. Everything humanity thought they knew about Shadowhunters was wrong. They weren't mindless killers. They were guardians, protecting the galaxy from something worse. The ship's eyes spoke again. Pursuing vessel attempting communication lock. Hunter moved to the corner of the cargo bay, trying to make its massive form as small as possible. The creature's behavior challenged everything Tom had been taught about predator species. Here was supposedly the most dangerous being in known space, showing fear and trust in equal measure. I won't let them take you, Tom said firmly. We need to let others know the truth about your species. Hunter's response was quick. DANGEROUSTEYTOWERFUL. I'm starting to think that making friends with the galaxy's most feared predator might be the safest move I've ever made, Tom replied with a grim smile. Hunter made a sound that Tom had never heard before, something almost like a laugh. The creature spelled out, YOUSTARANGE. Look who's talking, Tom chuckled, But his humor was interrupted by another warning from the AI. Pursuing vessel charging weapon systems. Hunter rose to its full height, spikes extended, and spelled out one final message. FIGHTTOGETHER. Tom looked at the creature, at his friend, and nodded. Together. As they prepared for battle, Tom realized that this was more than just a story of survival now. It was about revealing a truth that could change the galaxy. Humanity had spent years fearing shadow hunters, never realizing they were protectors rather than predators. The ship's lights dimmed to battle settings, and Hunter moved to stand beside Tom at the controls. Human and shadow hunter, about to face a common enemy. Whatever was coming, they would face it as a team, probably the strangest team in galactic history. The pursuing vessel loomed in the view screen, a massive black warship that dwarfed Tom's scout ship. Hunter's spikes bristled at the sight, but the creature remained focused, spelling out on the letter grid, CORPORATEHUNTERS. This is the Genesis Corporation research vessel demanding immediate surrender. A cold voice crackled through the communication system. You have stolen valuable corporate property. Tom's hands tightened on the controls. Property? Is that what they're calling you? Hunter quickly tapped out. THEYMAKEWEHONSFFROMUS. Your scout ship is outgunned. The corporate voice continued. Surrender the specimen, and you may leave with full compensation. Tom hit the communications button. This specimen is a sentient being. What you're doing is illegal under galactic law. Laughter echoed through the speakers. Laws don't apply out here. Scout Adams. Last warning. The warship's weapons powered up, their energy signatures making Tom's instruments scream warnings. But before they could fire, Hunter moved with shocking speed to the ship's navigation console. Its claws flew across the letter grid. TRUSTME. What are you? Before Tom could finish, Hunter slammed its clawed hand onto the navigation controls. The scout ship lurched sideways, narrowly avoiding the warship's first volley of plasma bolts. Hunter was piloting, its movements precise and practiced. You know how to fly? Tom asked, amazed. 2 quick taps, followed by WATCHEDLONGTIME. The small scout ship danced through space, guided by Hunter's incredible reflexes. Each blast from the warship missed by mere meters, and Tom realized his ship's size was now an advantage. They were too small and quick to hit easily. Warning, the AI announced. They're launching fighters. 6 smaller ships emerged from the warship's belly, their engines glowing as they gave chase. Hunter growled, then spelled, IOUSHOOTIFLO. Tom grinned, understanding. He moved to the weapons station while Hunter took full control of navigation. Now this is what I call teamwork. The scout ship spun and weaved through space, Hunter's piloting making it dance between asteroid debris. Tom waited for his moments, firing precise shots that disabled rather than destroyed the pursuing fighters. He didn't want to kill anyone, just escape. How are you so good at this? Tom asked between shots. Hunter's response was quick. WEPROTECTAXYLONGTIME. A blast rocked the ship, and warning lights flashed. Hull breach in Sector 4, the AI announced. Hunter spelled rapidly. NEEGUMPNOW. The drive isn't charged, Tom shouted back, disabling another fighter with a well-placed shot. The shadow hunter's amber eyes narrowed in concentration. It spelled ICAANHELP. Then it moved to the engine room access panel and ripped it open with its claws. What are you doing? But Hunter was already working, its claws connecting with the ship's power systems in ways Tom couldn't understand. Suddenly, Energy readings spiked across all systems. "Warning," the AI said. "Unknown energy source detected. Jump drive charging at unprecedented rate." Hunter returned to the navigation console and spelled READ. "Jump drive charge," the AI confirmed, sounding almost confused. "But the energy signature is unlike anything in my database." Tom looked at Hunter in amazement. "Your species can interface with our technology." 3 quick taps. "It's complicated." Another blast rocked the ship. The warship was closing in, its main weapons powering up for a killing blow. "Ready to jump on your mark," Tom said, trusting his friend completely. Hunter's claws moved in a blur. NOW. The stars stretched into lines as the scout ship leaped into hyperspace, leaving their pursuers behind. But Tom noticed something strange. The jump felt different, smoother somehow, as if Hunter's energy had changed the very nature of their faster-than-light travel. When they emerged, they were in a sector Tom didn't recognize. Hunter spelled out, SAFEPLACE. "Where are we?" Tom asked, checking his navigation systems. The answer made his heart skip. HOME. Through the view screen, Tom saw something that no human had ever witnessed before: the Shadowhunter homeworld. A massive planet hung in space, its surface a mix of deep purples and blues, with swirling clouds that seemed to shimmer with their own light. Hunter moved to his side, spelling out, SAFEHEARE. "It's beautiful," Tom breathed, watching as other Shadowhunters emerged from what he had thought were asteroids, but were actually cloaked outposts. They moved with the same grace as Hunter, their scales reflecting starlight in mesmerizing patterns. "Warning," the AI announced, "multiple large organisms approaching. Defense systems standing by." Hunter quickly spelled, FAMILOY. 3 Shadowhunters approached the ship, each larger than Hunter. They moved with careful precision, clearly trying not to appear threatening. Hunter communicated with them through a series of complex sounds and movements that Tom couldn't understand. "They're not what we thought they were at all, are they?" Tom mused, watching the interaction. "All this time, they were protecting us, not hunting us." Hunter turned back to the letter grid. WEGUARDDAGANSTDAARK. "The dark. What's that?" Before Hunter could answer, the ship's sensors detected something new. The other Shadowhunters moved into defensive positions, their spikes extending. Hunter's claws moved quickly. TAHEYFLLOWED. The Genesis Corporation warship burst out of hyperspace, accompanied by 3 more ships of similar size. But this time, something was different. The Shadowhunters around Tom's ship didn't flee. Instead, they began to glow, their scales emanating a soft blue light that grew stronger by the second. "Energy readings off the scale," the AI reported, "detecting quantum fluctuations similar to our jump drive technology, but far more advanced." Hunter spelled out, WATCH. The Shadowhunters moved in perfect synchronization, their glowing forms creating patterns in space. Energy flowed between them, forming a web of light that surrounded the corporate ships. "My God," Tom whispered. "You're not just physical beings, are you? You can manipulate energy itself." 2 quick taps, followed by WHYTAHEYWANTUS. The corporate ships opened fire, but their weapons dissipated harmlessly against the energy web. The Shadowhunters responded not with violence, but by tightening their energy field, completely immobilizing the hostile vessels. Hunter turned to Tom and spelled, TRUSTGAROWASBEWEENUS. Tom nodded, understanding the deeper meaning. His friendship with Hunter wasn't just about 2 individuals anymore. It was about building a bridge between species, about showing that trust could overcome fear. "We need to tell others," Tom said. "Show them the truth about your kind." Hunter's response was thoughtful. DANGEOUSBUTNECESSAARI. The other shadow hunters maintained their hold on the corporate ships, while Hunter led Tom to a viewing platform. Below them, the surface of their homeworld became clearer. Tom could see structures that seemed to grow from the planet itself, organic technology far beyond human understanding. Hunter spelled HOMENOWYOURSTOO. Tom felt something catch in his throat. In just a few days, he'd gone from fearing these creatures to being offered a place among them. "Thank you," he managed to say. The shadow hunter made that laughing sound again, then spelled FIRSTAHUMANFRIEND. As they watched the corporate ships being contained, Tom realized that this was just the beginning. The galaxy would need to rewrite everything it thought it knew about shadow hunters, and he, through his trust in Hunter, would help bridge that gap. Hunter gently tapped his shoulder and spelled one last message: TOGETHERSTRONGER. Tom placed his hand on Hunter's scaled arm, no longer feeling any fear. Together, he agreed, watching as more shadow hunters emerged from their hiding places, their bodies glowing with ancient power, ready to protect the galaxy from threats humanity had never even imagined. Tom stood before the Galactic Council, Hunter by his side. The massive chamber fell silent as the unlikely pair took their position at the center. Representatives from 100 species watched, some in fear, others in fascination, as a human and a shadow hunter prepared to address them together. "Members of the council," Tom began, his voice steady, "everything we thought we knew about shadow hunters has been wrong. I present evidence collected over the past month." The holographic display activated, showing footage from Tom's ship. Images of Genesis Corporation's illegal experiments floated in the air, followed by recordings of Hunter's intelligent communication and the incredible defense of the shadow hunter homeworld. Hunter stepped forward, its scales shimming under the chamber's lights, and began spelling out words that appeared on the main display for all to see. WEAREGUARDIANS. Murmurs filled the chamber. A counselor stood. "You expect us to believe that the galaxy's most feared predators are protectors." Tom activated another recording. This one showed shadow hunters intercepting a massive dark mass at the edge of charted space, a threat that had been hidden from the council. "The shadow hunters have been fighting a war we didn't even know existed," Tom explained. "They've been protecting us from entities that exist in the spaces between normal space, what they call the dark." Hunter demonstrated, allowing its scales to glow with that mysterious blue energy. The chamber filled with gasps as the shadow hunter created a small model of the galaxy, showing dark spots where these entities tried to break through. "Genesis Corporation discovered their energy manipulation abilities," Tom continued. "They captured and tortured shadow hunters, trying to weaponize their natural powers. But these abilities aren't meant for war. They're meant for protection." The Genesis Corporation representatives, now in restraints, shifted uncomfortably as their crimes were displayed for all to see. Hunter spelled out MANYWARSWEATCET. "But why hide?" another counselor asked. "Why let us fear you?" Tom answered, "Because they knew if their true nature was revealed too soon, some would try to exploit their powers, exactly as Genesis Corporation did. They needed to wait for the right time, for when we could understand them as equals, not as weapons or threats." Hunter's next message surprised even Tom. TOMFIRSTTOSEETRUTHNOFFEARONL. UST. The chamber grew quiet as the implications sank in. A single human's act of compassion had opened the door to understanding an ancient species that had been protecting them all along. "We have prepared a full report," Tom said, detailing the Shadowhunters' true history, their role as guardians, and the threats they've been defending us against. "We also have proof of Genesis Corporation's crimes against sentient beings." Hunter moved forward again. WEOFFERALLIANC. The council chamber erupted in discussion. The head counselor raised a hand for silence. "You're proposing an official alliance between our worlds and the Shadowhunters." "Yes," Tom replied. "They've protected us in secret for centuries. Imagine what we could accomplish together, openly and united." Hunter's scales glowed softly as it spelled DARKCOONEEDEACHOTAEAR. The head counselor stood. "This is unprecedented. You've shown us that our understanding of Shadowhunters was based on fear and misunderstanding. This revelation will change everything." Tom looked at Hunter, seeing not a fearsome predator, but a friend and protector. "Change isn't always easy," he said, "but sometimes it's necessary. Hunter and I are living proof that trust can overcome fear." The council voted overwhelmingly to accept the alliance. As the chamber cleared, Hunter spelled out one last message: BEGNNING. Tom nodded, watching as representatives from various worlds cautiously approached Hunter, their fear giving way to curiosity and wonder. The galaxy was about to enter a new era, one where humanity's greatest fear would become its greatest ally. And it had all started because one human had chosen to trust instead of fear. 1 year had passed since the historic alliance between the galactic community and the Shadowhunters. Tom stood on the observation deck of the newly constructed Joint Defense Station, watching ships from various species coming and going. Below on the training grounds, humans worked alongside Shadowhunters, learning to understand and utilize their unique abilities to protect the galaxy. Hunter approached, its movements now familiar and comfortable to everyone on the station. The Shadowhunter had grown even larger over the year, its scales now bearing the distinctive markings of a guardian elder. "Ready for the graduation ceremony?" Tom asked. Hunter spelled out on their now advanced communication pad: FIRSTCLASSOFHUMANGUARDIANS. They watched as 20 human recruits prepared for their certification as the first human Shadowhunter Joint Defense Team. Each human had been paired with a Shadowhunter partner, forming bonds similar to what Tom and Hunter had pioneered. "Remember when everyone thought this was impossible?" Tom chuckled. Hunter made its laughing sound, then spelled IOUCHANGEDEVRYTING. The station's alert system suddenly activated. "Dark energy detected in Sector 7. The AI announced. "Joint Response Team requested." Tom and Hunter shared a look. This was why the alliance had been formed. The Dark, those entities from between spaces, had grown bolder, but now they faced a united front. "Want to show the new graduates how it's done?" Tom asked, already moving toward their ship. Hunter's scales began to glow with that familiar blue energy. AALOEYASREAADY. Their ship, specially designed for human Shadowhunter teams, launched smoothly into space. Other vessels joined them, a mix of different species all working together. What had once been feared as the galaxy's deadliest predator was now recognized as its most dedicated protector. As they approached Sector 7, Tom saw it, a tear in space itself, dark tendrils reaching out toward nearby worlds. But unlike a year ago, they were ready. Hunter's scales pulsed with energy as it interfaced with the ship's systems. Around them, other Shadowhunters did the same, their combined power creating a network of protective energy. Humans and other species operated the defensive systems, their technologies now perfectly complementing the Shadowhunters' natural abilities. "Remember our first fight together?" Tom asked as they moved into position. "Against Genesis Corporation." Hunter spelled quickly, Nowwightrealenemi. The dark entity emerged fully from the tear, a massive shape that defied normal space. But instead of fear, Tom felt confidence. This was what they had trained for. This was why the alliance mattered. "All teams, commence containment procedure," Tom ordered over the comm. Dozens of ships moved in perfect formation, Shadowhunters and their partners working as one. Hunter's energy merged with the ship's systems, and Tom felt the familiar surge of power. Together, they led the defense, showing their graduates exactly what this partnership could achieve. The dark entity found itself trapped in a web of combined technology and Shadowhunter energy. Within minutes, it was forced back through the tier, which the Shadowhunters sealed with their combined power. As they returned to the station, Hunter spelled out, "PROUDWHATVWEPUILT." Tom looked at the graduation ceremony, still scheduled to proceed despite the interruption. These new teams would carry forward what he and Hunter had started, a future where fear gave way to understanding, where ancient guardians and young species worked together. "You know," Tom said, watching the graduates gather, "when I first met you on that damaged ship, I never imagined we'd end up here." Hunter's response was thoughtful. "FINDASIPSTRONGERTANFEAAR." As they prepared to address the graduating class, Tom reflected on their journey. From a chance encounter in deep space to leading a new era of galactic defense, they had proved that the most powerful force in the universe wasn't darkness or fear. It was trust. Hunter tapped his shoulder and spelled one final message. "NEGADUADVENTUESWAA." Tom smiled, ready to face whatever came next. With humanity and Shadowhunters united, the galaxy's future looked brighter than ever. "Together?" he asked. Two firm taps on the floor. "Always together."